Welcome into Brooklyn Nets franchise, where we are going to be rebuilding the Brooklyn Nets season by season, taking them from tanking for flag, fall for flag, to being NBA champions. And we will not stop. If it takes 1 year, if it takes 2 years, if it takes 10 years, the Brooklyn Nets are going to be NBA champions by the end of this series. Now let's just immediately hop into a game. We can discuss a little bit about how this series works. So we're gonna play the first 3 minutes, or the first half of the first quarter. We run 6-minute quarters of games, and then we will be playing the final 3 minutes if the game is clutch. There's no shot timers. We don't have to play on ball unless we truly want to. As for the Brooklyn Nets, I'm going to do everything in my power not to make this series look like every other rebuild series that we've done before. That means signing Luka Doncic and letting him be the GOAT player for us. I try to build teams organically. That being said, 2K is a very imperfect game, like how that was supposed to be a layup, instead it was a pull-up jumper for absolutely no reason. But with the Brooklyn Nets, we have an interesting franchise. Honestly, you start with their move to Brooklyn when the owner, I forget who his damn name is, traded the entire future of the franchise for an aging Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, trying to bring back what the Boston Celtics were back in the day when they won their championship in, I want to say 2008. Cut! Oh, it doesn't work. And so with that, they doomed the Brooklyn Nets to being terrible for, what was that? Almost 10 years? Those draft picks turned into Jaylen Brown. One of them was traded for Kyrie Irving, which became Colin Sexton. Like, that was pretty damning for the franchise. Even though, like, you can understand trading away the future of the team for the now, there was no core. So then they started to rebuild, and they put together this fun-looking core with Kenny Atkinson, I believe, as the head coach, D'Angelo Russell leading the way. There was Karis LeVert, there was Jared Allen, there was Nick Claxton. They just had a fun, young, upstart, energetic team, and they made the playoffs, went on a little bit of a run, and to be frank with you, we're just having fun playing basketball. After that, though, oh boy, Jeremy Grant 3 splash. By the way, the sliders we're playing on are the Beyond Hall of Fame Pop Boy sliders that are going to be tough to overcome. We're going to be doing our absolute best. After D'Lo and the Brooklyn Nets had a little bit of fun, it attracted players to come in because Brooklyn, for all the bad that the team has been for a while, going to the free throw line, get out of my way. They are a big market team. They are across the bridge from New York, and players want to be here, like Kevin Durant, like Kyrie Irving, who joined forces and decided to build their own super team in Brooklyn. And that's where the wheels started to fall off. They had a little bit of fun, a little bit of success, and then they said, you know what, just because we're a pretty kind of good super team, let's be a super duper super team. And then they traded away basically the rest of the team for a fat James Harden, who's never been the same player ever since he had that horrific picture where he looks like he weighs 8 million pounds. Shaden Sharp pulls up and ugh. And the worst part about being a Brooklyn Nets fan in that era was that they were so close. They were a Kevin Durant pinky toe away from going to the East Finals, and that was the year that the Bucks won the championship. Anything can happen once you get to there, and I think if Kevin Durant gets his foot behind the line, Kyrie Irving doesn't break his ankle on Giannis's big toe, James Harden doesn't pull that hamstring, the Nets were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference for a little while. They absolutely could have been NBA champions that season. But unfortunately, they were not. Things were never the same. James Harden, after saying, I want to team up with my best friends in Brooklyn, asks out, and so he can be where he really wanted to be all along. Trust me, believe me, 100%. I want to be in Philadelphia.
Philly was my first choice.
So they trade him away for Ben Simmons. Y'all know how that went. And then, for no reason in particular, oh, can we make the pass? Can we pump fake? Can we go for it anyway? Yeah, Robert Williams is just a monster defender. There's no way we can do that. And so basically all that turned out to be a complete failure. Then they had to blow up the team. They traded away Kyrie Irving for next to nothing. They traded away Kevin Durant for Mikal Bridges and every Phoenix Suns first-round pick. And then Mikal Bridges started to look like the second coming of Kevin Durant for a season. Then he regressed into the dirt, which means they traded him away below how good he could have been. That was the word. That's what I'm trying to say. Basically, it's been a tough stretch for the Brooklyn Nets, and they can't do your prototypical tanking situation because they don't have their first round picks. They were too competitive too recently. Nick Claxton doing what he does best. Get that shot out of here. You know what? Let's do a little up and under with Nicky Z. See if he's got a post game, which he doesn't, but I'm going to try anyway. It's disgusting. It's horrific. They traded away all of their first round picks for Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. So they don't have the rights to their own pick besides 2025 until I think 2030. They got swaps. They've got swap worsts. They basically can't tank outside of 2025. So we're going to have to figure out how we can get this team better without draft picks, which is going to be a very disgusting and tough situation for us to find. Cam Johnson getting locked up. You think I'm not going to do an up and under again? You must be out your damn mind, and we miss it anyway. All right. So the Brooklyn Nets rebuilds are always a little peculiar. How are we going to achieve and overcome this lack of first-round picks? That being said, there is some good players to work around with. First of all, you have D'Angelo Russell, everybody's favorite player to not have as a favorite player. There was a time when D'Lo was one of the bright up-and-coming stars, and that was so awkward. And he just, the mental side of the game isn't there for him. He's an incredible scorer. He's a better passer than you get credit for. He's a pathetic defender, and his basketball IQ is next to nothing. Next to him, you have Cam Thomas, who's good at one thing and one thing only. Oh, so bars, oh, fuckers, go find me. He is good. Thank God they missed. At scoring the ball, at putting ball in basket. Most of the time, it's taking and making incredibly tough shots as well. I was not trying to run out of bounds. The CPU just decided to push me out of bounds. Cam Thomas, borderline all-star already at his shot-making ability. He is probably maybe the second, third best difficult shot maker in the NBA. The problem is everything beyond that. Also not a good defender, just like D'Angelo Russell. Where are you going, Cam Johnson? You're so lucky that didn't turn stupid. Not a good passer. Not a good facilitator. Really not good at anything other than putting the ball in the basket, which is a great skill, don't get me wrong, but not good enough. I did not look at the shot clock. I apologize. Bang. Oh, is he going to be part of the core moving forward? I'm going to try. I'll do my best to keep Cam Thomas on the team, but the potential for being a lot better than what he is already, which is a high volume, high difficulty shot maker, low efficiency scorer, I just don't know if it's there. He's not a great athlete. He doesn't process the game as well as other guys do. Like, there's not a Austin Reeves career trajectory for him where he's going to slowly get better and better and better. So that's a point of concern. Beyond him, we have Cam Johnson. Just going to trade him away. His timeline doesn't fit the team at all. Hopefully we can get somebody to replace him in this year's draft class. Nick Claxton, great center defensively, potentially, but at the end of the day, he has zero offensive skills whatsoever. He can't guard most NBA centers like a Jokic, like an Embiid. You got to have somebody who can match up. He's only good at weak side blocks. We need a mammoth. We need somebody who can run the Princeton offense. We need people who play at the... Oh, D'Lo. I forgot to put the bench in. We basically need somebody a little more versatile at the center position, whereas Nick Claxton is good as a rim runner and a rim runner only. He's getting paid a lot of money to do that, and I feel like there's replaceable level guys like a Derek Lively, like a Mark Williams that we could trade for, like a Nick Richards that approximates that while costing us 10% of what Nick Claxton does. So that's going to be another point of concern there. There's some young, interesting guys like Zaire Williams hoping to get a career revitalization here, like Keon Johnson in the same way. And head coach Jordi Fernandez is kind of leading the way as this, we're going to try and we're going to battle and we're going to fight you tooth and nail, possession for possession every single night type of head coach that this team needs. There's some interesting tweener 4-5 hybrids that we have in Noah Clowney and Trendon Wofford. There's Jalen Williams, the second round pick. Nope, Jalen Wilson, is that it? Who they locked into a cheap, like $1 million deal for 4 years, 3 years ago. His development has been lackluster at best. There's Dariq Whitehead, who was once a top 5 prospect, but injuries have held him back. There's Killian Hayes, who was a number 7 overall pick before he became the worst player in the history of basketball. There's also, what's this guy's name? Day'Ron Sharpe out of UNC. He is a little overrated by 2K standards, but he's a prototypical 6'10", big, heavy-footed big. Doesn't move all that well. isn't really good at anything other than rebounding the balls. Think Charles Bassey, think Paul Reed. He'll give you effort, he'll try, but at the end of the day, when you're only 6'10" at the center position in today's NBA, you got guys like Donovan Clingan in this game. You got Zach Edey. You got athletic bigs. You got the Joel Embiids and the Jokic's and the Gaffords, and he's just not going to be able to compete. Same way that Killian Hayes can't compete. Why is he on my basketball team? So there isn't really a core to work with, but there also isn't anything to tank for since we don't have our picks. So the Brooklyn Nets situation is peculiar. That is the recap and the prediction and the beginning of Brooklyn Nets franchise. And even if it takes us forever, we are going to turn this franchise around. Now let's start getting a little floppy action and let's start taking some shots. Like getting Noah Clowney, sharpshooter, along two. And he kisses it off the glass. 2 points for Noah Clowney out of, I want to say, Michigan State. Drafted as a center. Unfortunately, he's like 6'9". So he doesn't have the defense to stay on the wing, which is problematic. Oh my God, Anthony Simons just shook me. He doesn't have the size to be a center in today's game. Just another tweener. Fouled by Jalen Wilson. Already talked about him. Is there anybody else on the roster we haven't discussed? Keon Johnson, big fan of him out of Tennessee, but he never developed his game. His handle and shot just isn't there. What else we got? Tyrese Martin. I don't know who Maxwell Lewis is out of Pepperdine. I only know that he's out of Pepperdine. I think he was drafted by the Lakers or something. He's not very good. And then who was the other guy that I just looked at and I've already forgot? Tyrese Martin. He's good for like one game a season where he'll drop 27 points inexplicably on you and then do nothing. A little funny. Bounce pass is dead. I'm taking it anyway. And we're missing. All right, it's time to hop into Simcast. We don't need to watch a full game of hard-hitting Portland Trailblazer at Brooklyn Nets, even though the Blazers have been a little bit better. For the scores, I don't know how to normalize it beyond what we've got here. It looks like we may have a close game. 4-point game, 6-point game, 3-point game, 1 minute, 55 seconds remaining. And this is what I mean when I say, now I do ironically miss that we don't have Benjamin Simmons. That would make this so much easier. Kick it to the corner, shoot the three. Keon Johnson can't shoot. Ugh. Man, if you saw Keon Johnson's tape out of Tennessee, you'd be like, this guy is the next Ace Bailey. Just a certifiable freak athlete. But man, oh man, his ball skills, his shooting is not there. And even when he was on Portland, I think he got drafted by Portland, he had this almost lethal elbow jumper. And then he forgot that. So now he's just kind of useless. He doesn't really offer anything to a basketball team. Let's get D'Lo some floppy action. D'Lo, Cam Thomas are going to be the cores and the centers of our team. Pump fake and then go around. Up and under. Up and under. D'Lo! Now we got to lock up on defense. 1 minute, 3 seconds remaining. We're going to have to figure out how we can get young talent on this team. That is all I can think of because there's a few too many guys who are older. Oh my God, Scoot Henderson just posterized my poor D'Angelo Russell. Oh, D'Lo. The verticality, by the way. Good Lord. We're going to need a 3 if we want any chance of success in this game. So, D'Lo, make it happen. Nick Claxton also sets really pathetic screens in real life. Just thought I should point that out. D'Lo, splash! Cuts it to a 2-point game. 41 seconds remain. And we need to help D'Angelo Russell on defense. That's it. Jeremy Grant. I'm there on the double. There we go. Offensive 3 seconds. Now, do we think about tanking? We probably should have, but you know what? You know what? I ain't about that life. I ain't about this bass, no treble. I want Nick Claxton. I want an alley-oop to tie the ball game up right here. Let's go. Nicky C. Throw it down for me as we tie the ball game up. Cannot believe Killian Hayes is our best guard defender. How about Jalen Wilson? Nope. How about Dariq Whitehead? Nope. How about Maxwell Lewis? Nope. How about, all right, Keon Johnson, Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton. And I remember doing the deep dives on this team. They had such a potentially interesting defensive unit when they had AD, when they had Kyrie, they had Nick Claxton. There was a point where like Ben Simmons would be the point guard. So everybody's like 6'10" and above. Come on, Zaire, play some defense. 5, 4, 3, 2. I got stuck. Oh, we get bailed out. Thank the Lords. We're going to overtime. I will say we're not gonna play every single game as many minutes as we played this game. Oh, Nikki C saying get that shot out of here, and we got numbers. I'm pulling it. I don't give a damn. Zaire Williams, bang! Oh, Zaire, former number 10 overall pick, had no business going number 10 overall, by the way, to the Grizzlies. He was an interesting prospect out of USC, but he has minimal athleticism, minimal ball skills. I do like how Jordi Fernandez is kind of doing what the Clippers have got going, where they get a whole bunch of players who the NBA has counted out. They basically said there's no chance that you're going to be good at basketball. And he says, you know what? I'm not going to make this pass. You're just going to have to go yourself, D-Lo. They give him a second chance and see if they can produce anything for the team. Like D'Angelo Russell splashing. Look at D-Lo go. Like, it's always fun to see guys like Reggie Jackson or Chris Dunn come back in the league. Guys with chips on their shoulders. Guys you know who are going to bleed for you. Guys who are going to give 110%. That's the type of basketball players that you want on your team. And so it's always fun with these reclamation projects when they come and they do a good job. So that's what we're going to be hoping for here. Another 3 to take a huge lead, and we miss. Now, I don't think the sliders need to be updated. If they do, we'll address that in later episodes. But for now, we need to win this game against the Portland Trail Blazers. Ugh, Robert Williams. Let's go, Nets. Let's go, Nets. I'm taking it. D-Lo. And 1, D'Angelo Russell. Is that really Robert Williams' neck tattoo? Oh my God. Don't look now, but the Brooklyn Nets have this victory in the bag. Now, I do want to start tanking, if you will, and there's no official way to tank in 2K. So, not this game, but we're going to be reducing D'Angelo Russell minutes so that Tyrese Martin can get a bigger play. Don't ask me. And then we'll be kicking it for Cam Johnson. 3 scoots too little. Scoot can't stop me. We hit 100. Now, if you remember Jazz franchise, we had the worst record in the NBA. Oh, God. And we ended up with the number 5 pick due to horrible luck odds. So the lottery gods did not smile upon us before. I'm wondering with a better record. Oh, they're fouling. Yeah, the game's over. We won our first game of the Brooklyn Nets franchise. I'm wondering if we don't tank officially, do the lottery gods smile upon us then? Can I get a Keon Johnson pick and roll? Does that seem bizarre to me? No respect for the Hall. Okay, well, you know what? It's okay. Victory here in game 1. Yep, the scores are not correct. 200 to 186 is not what we were expecting. I think if we turn on one of these, the other one works correctly. Otherwise, the box score is going to look like D'Angelo Russell dropped 62 points and 16 assists, while Anthony Simons, Denny Avdia, Shaden Sharp, and Jeremy Grant all go off for 30. Anyway, regardless, the first game is a beautiful victory here for your Brooklyn Nets. And we do have Cam Thomas coming back. Is he gone for the season? I don't actually know that. It looks like he's actually back, so we'll do that. I know D'Anthony Melton is gone for the season. He doesn't have a sore left knee. I believe he tore his ACL completely off the bone. How else are we looking though? I'm fine with this. Tosin Bowman is getting way too many minutes, but that's just what happens when you are a tanking franchise. Other than that, this is going to be the rotation. We got D'Lo, we got Keon, we got Zaire, we got Cam, and we got Nick. Off the bench, we have Killian fucking Hayes, Jalen Wilson, Derek Whitehead, Trendon Watford, Noah Clowney, and Day'Ron Sharp. Unfortunately for me, Tyrese Martin, Maxwell Lewis, and Tosin Bowman are not going to be earning minutes on my rotation. I know, surprise, shock, and awe. Also, the first thing we're going to be doing as GM is re-signing Cameron Johnson. Now, he's going to be asking for way too much money, and honestly, this is actually a really affordable deal. The problem with him is his potential is lacking. 4-year, $19 million deal will lock him up. Zaire, I guess $9 million is affordable. a backup replacement level wing player. I mean, he's got great size at 6'9". Nice. I just wish he was a better basketball player. Day'Ron Sharpe, same thing, completely replaceable, but we'll lock him into a nice deal as well. So Cam Johnson is gone. Just at the end of the day, we're getting rid of him ASAP. D'Lo, we honestly may just buy him out, but there's no way to do that in 2K, so we'll play with him, pause for the rest of the season. Nick Claxton, if a better free agent comes available, we're taking it because he's just earning way too much money to be mediocre on our team. Zaire, I'm not worried about. Cam Thomas, I mean, that Cam Johnson's earning 23 and Nick Claxton's earning 24. I'm okay with him earning under 20. Day'Ron Sharpe, that's affordable. The contract situations aren't too bad. We still owe Mikal Bridges $23 million. That hurts. I'm not worried about where this team is besides these two players here. I'm worried about our draft pick. And if I remember, somewhere in the middle of the season, we traded back for the rights to the 2025 Brooklyn Nets first round pick. So we do have our first round pick this upcoming season. We just need to suck. How do we do that? I'd like to get to 13th here. If we can fall behind, we're in danger of making the play-in tournament, which is hilarious. We need to stay below Sixers, the Raptors, and the Bulls. And then in the West, the Spurs without Victor Wembanyama. Does 2K reflect that? It does. Wow, 2K did something right. The Pistons are gonna spank us easily. Yeah, we lose that 10 days out of 9. Cam Johnson was actually incredible. So was Jalen Wilson. And then the Spurs. So we need to lose this game. How do I force a loss? I mean, let's look at the rest of the season. We need to lose this game. We need to lose this game. We need to lose this game against the Bulls, this game against the Raptors, and this game against the Raptors. If we can force a loss on those games, the rest, I mean, if we end up beating like some team ridiculously that we shouldn't, like the Golden State Warriors, what are you going to do? Cam Thomas, you're sitting for the rest of the season. It's as simple as that. Taking on the San Antonio Spurs and trying to continue the tank. They have Jordan McLaughlin at the 1 instead of De'Aaron Fox. Really, 2K, what are we doing here? Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Charles Biassi. No Victor Wembanyama is going to be a problem, but we do need to lose this game to secure our seeding. I'm looking at a top 5 pick in this upcoming season. That being said, while we play the game, we're not going to try to lose, but if we do have a lead, we may put in some, we'll say, of our less experienced players, see if they can get some reps. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down here? Anyway, black versus white, two most boring color schemes in the NBA, respectively. Jordan McLaughlin somehow gets his shit blocked pathetically. And I wanted to throw that up so bad. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong guy. You know what? It's fine. Let's see what Keon Johnson has. Again, freak athlete, 0 ball skills. What does that do for you in today's NBA? Next to nothing. I'm taking it. I'm pulling up from 3, and I'm splashing, baby. Keon Johnson. Boy, Jordan McLaughlin just dribbled out the whole possession and then missed a 3. That is embarrassing, sir. And I see you, Keon Johnson! Coast to coast gives us a 5-0 lead. I mean, even without Victor Wembanyama, this team has Devin Vassell, even though Devin Vassell in real life is having one of the worst streaks of his career. They traded for De'Aaron Fox. You got Keldon Johnson, a gold medal winner. You got Charles Bassey, a decent center. You got Chris Paul still. You got Stephen Cassell. Like, this team is more than talented enough to win a few games and potentially go somewhere, maybe even make the first round as like an 8 seed. I don't think all is lost on this team. Interesting fadeaway there from D'Angelo Russell. Not really sure if that's what I was expecting, but it is what it is, what it do. Let's see if Keon Johnson can really fly. I'm taking Cameron. Oh, Cam. The Cams of this team cannot. Cam not. Charles Bassey just destroys Keon. Good Lord, young fella. I mean, let's be honest. There's about 3 NBA players on this team. There's D'Angelo Russell. There's Cam Johnson. Here's Nick Claxton. Beyond that, not a whole lot for us to work with here, and we're going to be seeing a lot of that for a long time. But we're going to be trying to rebuild this team to its glory, to its success, and hopefully we can go around Jordan McLaughlin here with a little spin action. Elo's got a pretty good post game, at least for point guards. Like, he's an elite scorer. He's not just a mediocre basketball player. He's just a horrific defender. Charles Bassey for 3? Are you kidding me? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way that Charles Bassey is giving us the business. A career 0% three-point shooter. He's got a 58-3. Oh my God, 2K. And this is part of the problem when you're doing long-form rebuilds, is you have to deal with the nonsense known as the 2K cheese. Like Charles Bassey splashing a 3 early in the shot clock. But we throw it back down. Nick Claxton, alley-ooper. Like, I don't want to throw too much shade on Nick Claxton. He is a good rim runner, mediocre rim protector. It's not like he's bereft of talent. It's just that for $25 million a year, is that really what I want? And the answer is no. Elo, once again, splashing. Oh, it hurts. I'm taking the charge. Let's go! We take charging fouls. If you don't like that, you don't like Brooklyn Nets franchise. We got to come up with some taglines, I know. Anyway, hopping into Simcast here. Forgot all the buttons. It's been a while since we played 2K because 2K is a truly awful game. Just like the Brooklyn Nets are a truly awful basketball squad. Holy crap. 111 to 90. Steven Castle off the bench gave us the business. And that was really it. We just sucked. Good Lord, we are a bad basketball team. That's why we're going to be tanking for the #1 overall pick. Tip your hats off to Flag, whatever the expression is. I truly will never remember it. How are the lottery odds looking right now? We are sitting at 7. With a ferocious couple of losses, we could really make our way up to the Pelicans here at pick 4. As long as we're in the top 4, I'm not too concerned. But we can't win games like these and we lose horrifically. How do the Hornets look? They have LaMelo. They have Mark Williams, which is hilarious. They have Mikal Miles Bridges. I mean, you can't beat that. Even this a win puts them at 16. We're already behind the Philadelphia 76ers and the Raptors. I doubt the Charlotte Hornets are going to be able to tank badly enough to win 7 games this month. But we'll give it a try. We got LaMelo Ball, Nick Smith Jr., Josh Okogie, Miles Bridges, and Mark Williams. #2 overall pick Brandon Miller is out for the season with, I want to say, a wrist injury. Am I the only one who thinks that the Charlotte Bobcats Hornets jersey... What was that sentence? Am I the only one who thinks the Charlotte Bobcats uniforms were honestly pretty clean? Like, the Bobcats themselves were a horrific team, so I can understand why you'd want to never again remind any fandom of those days. Didn't they have the record for, like, least losses in a regular season? But I'm just saying, the jerseys were clean. They had that, like, bright orange going, which most teams are just so boring down. They're like, let's get 17 different variations of the color dark blue. Elo. Bang! D'Angelo Russell splashes from 3. As we take a 1-point lead here, LaMelo Ball is going... We honestly should. The words are just not coming to me today. We should switch Keon Johnson. The problem is, I don't think 2K believes he's a good defender. On fake, lay it up and lay it in. Zaire Williamson. Honestly, I don't know anybody who's not going to be an untouchable on this roster. Maybe Cam Thomas. Oh, look at the off-ball movement. The contesting. D'Lo's playing defense. Do you believe in miracles? I'm taking transition threes with Keon Johnson and splashing. Oh, the dream is alive. We're a good basketball team. We suck. It's over. Sell the team. Start the rebuild. We're really just going to D-Lo only. He's getting completely left open though. I don't know what the heck just happened there, but somebody's open for three. It's Nick Smith Jr., the rookie, and he's splashing on me, and the lead is down to 4. Oh, got him. Got him. Got him. Nicky C. LaMelo Ball is an equally horrific defender, and oh boy, it's just two bad teams going at it. There's certain games where the fans need to be paid to attend, not the vice versa. And this is like, can you imagine somebody actually paid money to watch this game? We're so open. Oh, Cam. I'm fake and then go around Mark Williams. Spin on him. All right, just get the ball out of your hands. Okay, not great. But you know what is great is the idea of Keon Johnson being the alley-ooper. This will be good. Oh, look at Nick Claxton playing defense. I'm stepping back like Reggie. I'm throwing it down. Oh my God. You remember what I said 3 seconds ago about how the fans need to be paid to watch this game? Oh, we suck. You know what? Let's just hop into Simcast. Well, this game needs to be close, so I'm not going to simulate too fast. We want the Hornets to win, and then we want us to lose. So I will take out D'Angelo Russell if absolutely necessary. Just a really disgusting low-scoring game so far. We've got a lead, 4 minutes remaining. Let's make sure that, you know what I mean? We just need, the young guys need to get their reps, okay? We'll put in the bench. We'll put in, who's truly horrific. Yeah, this is a winning lineup. Killian Hayes, Jalen Wilson, Dariq Whitehead, Maxwell Lewis, Noah Clowney. If this doesn't take you to the promised land, nothing will. Dancing lady in a weird, like, yellow shirt or whatever. You know, we haven't touched on Jordi Fernandez. What a head coaching job he's doing. Because when you got a team that is literally rebuilding, that is tanking, that is looking to be as bad as possible to get high draft picks, and they still fight night in and night out, credit has to go to the coach. Now, as far as being an actual head coach is concerned, there's no promises. Oh, come on. Like, we don't know his worth yet when it comes to in-game adjustments, when it comes to mismatches, handling egos. What are the Charlotte Hornets doing? You gotta give respect when you get these millionaires who don't give a damn about basketball. Like, they actually try. Some respect is warranted, like Maxwell Lewis missing layups. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Also, Yusuf Nurkic, what a career arc he's followed. First of all, he's in Denver. He gets replaced by Nikola Jokic before Nikola Jokic was known to be good. I don't even know who to go here. Try Dariq Whitehead. Goes to Portland. Has a couple of fun, interesting runs with the Lillard-McCollum duo. Oh my God, what a possession. Then gets traded to the Suns for DeAndre Ayton once they finally blow up the team. And then just bitch moans and complains, and now he's in basketball Siberia on the tanking I fell asleep Charlotte Hornets. Like, you're actually a good basketball player. Why did you let your life end like this? He could have gone to a winning basketball team, and instead he said, you know what, sign me up for Charlotte. I'd rather pout than be on a good team. Like, there's a special level of stupid for an NBA player who would rather pout than have a chance to win when you're, like, he's what, 29 years old? He's only got a few more stabs at it before he becomes Draymond Green. He's on a team with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal and Grayson Allen. He's the starting center. How do you pout your way out of a starting position so that you could be a backup instead? Why is Mark Williams taking jumpers? I am trying to lose this game, 2K. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. This is going to go great. Two terrible teams. That's all it is. Oh, man. Don't... If you can't handle me at my Taj Gibson, Daquan Jeffries, Nick Smith Jr., and Elfrid Payton, then you can't handle me at my LaMelo Ball, Tijuan Salon. Oh, these franchises are so despicably bad, and we just get blocked pathetically. You know, normally I'd feel bad about this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just put us out of our damn misery. How is this game even close? Tariq to tie? Splash! Tariq Whitehead unfortunately splashes from 3. That makes the game 86. Oh my God. Okay. Well, you know, Mark Williams is probably better than any basketball player we have, and he's not that good. I'm taking it. Killian Hayes going to the free throw line. Oh my God. Too bad Killian Hayes is a pathetic free throw shooter. Ooh. Ooh, he's got 4 points, 1 of 9 shooting. And he goes 2 for 2 for the free throw line. Okay, who's a bad defender? Seth Curry is a bad defender. We'll utilize him and we'll just pass. Ugh. You know what? I don't want to talk about it. The fact that we may win this game makes me so sad. But they have a 2-for-1 opportunity in play. Oh, brother. How do I not win this game here? You know what I mean? I'm stepping back with Jalen Wilson. I'm stepping back for the game winner. Stepping back! Oh no, they have a chance to win. Besides putting in Tyrese Martin, like, what can we do? Is this both games that we've jumped into have gone into overtime? A little funny. Ball me. Oh God. Oh God. They'd rather take a contested 3 than give LaMelo Ball an open 3. The CPU is not doing well, but so is Tariq Whitehead from 3. Splash! We take the lead. Tariq Whitehead is too good. Oh God, I need to not be on ball. I cannot play on ball, let alone guard LaMelo Ball, who alley-oop it to Noah Clowney. He didn't even alley-oop it. All right, spin on Nick Smith Jr. Tariq Whitehead is big. He's got size. He's got speed. He's going to go through the body. He's going to draw the foul. Oh, my God. We're playing it with the idea that we have... Huh? With the shot timer, but we don't use shot timer in this series, so maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's why we're shooting 40% from the 3-point line. I'm throwing it up. Nope, that's not the difference. We're too damn good. Noah Clowney throws it Downey. And what's better than Downey? Nothing, my friends. Oh my God. LaMelo Ball chokes. We're gonna lose. Without seeming like we're tanking, how do I manipulate a loss here for us? Besides letting LaMelo Ball just go crazy, which is honestly not that difficult to do. What can I do? How about a pick and pop with Maxwell Lewis? Let's see what he's got to offer to the team. Maxwell for 3. You know, that's a good start. And then Mikal Bridges draw a foul. Oh my God. All right, we're doing it. Oh, throw it down. We're so good at this game. I'll tell you what you know what? I won't even tell you. We got points out of it. That's what matters. Tyrese Martin, time for you to check in. LaMelo Ball. Eyes it up for 3. All right, we're running Tyrese Martin, Maxwell Lewis, pick and pop. We're definitely not tanking, I promise you. We're definitely not executing bad plays. Tyrese Martin, step back. Oh my God. What is happening? Can't handle this game. I'm just not guarding Melo. All right, here's the play. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Oh my God. Melo for the win. Oh. I did everything humanly possible to lose that game, but the Brooklyn Nets refuse. You cannot give me an A for effort there. What a game. LaMelo went out of his mind, but lost ultimately at the end. D'Lo was good. Cam was good. Who was that? Noah Clowney for the game-winning inbounds alley-oop over Mark Williams. 1-point victory to give us our 23rd win of the season. Why would you do that? All right, no shot that we make it to Charlotte. That's an 8-game differential. So we really have to hope that the Sixers, Raptors, and that's kind of it. Maybe the Pelicans beat us. Sixers, Raptors, Pelicans. Let's go ahead and start simulating. The season's coming down to a close. Luka on the Lakers is still hilarious to me. Losing. You love to see it. How are the Bulls? Bulls are 26. No, we'll hop into... Oh, I was trying to hop into Simcast. I pressed the wrong button and we won. That is exactly what I was afraid of. We're tanking. Angelo Russell. He's tired. We gotta sub him out. I'm putting in Tyrese Martin. We've officially tanked the season. We're done trying to win basketball games. Our best players are gone. And we lose. We beat the Celtics. Oh, I don't know what to do anymore. We're on a 3-game win streak. What is the simulator difficulty at? It's at 70. Oh, we're cursed. Do we beat the Celtics again? We lose. All right. Nick Claxton, you're gone too. We are officially rocking the Tyrese Martin, Keon Johnson, Zaire Williams, Cam Johnson, Day'Ron Sharpe starting lineup. If this team wins basketball games, there's nothing I can do. I've truly done my best. We lose again. Getting our butts kicked there. Obi Toppin goes off for 20. Tyrese with a 19, 5, and 16 game. Trendon Watford with 15 points. Taking on the Dallas, no longer Luka Doncic's. We lose that one, and we got a big loss here. 2 potential losses against the Raptors for the penultimate seeding here in the Eastern Conference. They're up to 28 wins. We're at 26. Yeah, we're pretty much locked in here. We just need to truly verify our seeding more than anything as the number 5 seed, which, I mean, I'll take. Let's see if we can secure a couple of losses here. Manuel Quickly, Grady Dick, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl. Every single player of theirs is better than ours in the starting lineup. There should be no problems. Also, have you ever listened to a Toronto Raptors covered game? They refuse to say Grady Dick's last name, which is just hilarious to me. It's part of the nonsense that is censorship in the modern NBA and the world as a whole. Like, his name is Dick. I'm sorry, it just is. So when you just say Grady every time he touches the ball, it's hilariously obvious that you're afraid to say the D-I-C-K word. Day'Ron Sharpe just giving the business to Jakob Poeltl there, like we do, drawing a foul. This is where we start winning, yeah? Oh my God. I'm in. Let's just completely blank the Toronto Raptors here. Let's not let them get anything. Oh, we found the new meta. The charging foul cheese. Oh, this is hilarious. And then throw it up. Okay, well, that's not going to work. If you think I'm not going to try to inbound every single play as an alley-oop, you're out of your mind. Why is this working? Oh no, I missed. 2K24 Game of the Year. Great rotate there from Keon, by the way. Jakob Poeltl just too big. And that's what a true 7-footer does for your team. Cameron, mediocre, Johnson, open for 2, splash, and the lead is 9-2. That's just how we do. There. Oh, they got smarter. They're learning. They're a neural net processor, a learning computer. I mean, for people who don't watch Brooklyn Nets basketball, you say, who are these players? For people who do watch Brooklyn Nets basketball, you say, who are these players? They're in a bad way right now. You know, Jordi Fernandez is a heck of a coach. By the way, what was that? Like that kind of glitch there? Yeah, yeah, that. All right, that's probably game there. We'll just hop into Simcast. Again, another game where we need to ensure a full-fledged loss. We have not been doing well. We beat up on the Trailblazers. We beat up, oh my God, we're winning. 1 point game, 1 point game, take a lead and I'll hop in. 4 minutes, 22 seconds remaining.
Timeout, timeout.
Jeez, another close one. Oh, Tyrese Martin is so bad. And RJ Barrett is worse. Ball me. Oh, I'm so slow. Mobo! Hey, Drake Whitehead, you're a lightning rod here. I need you to splash from 3 or long 2. I'll take it, whatever you can do. I'm never gonna stop. I don't care. Throw it up. Okay. I truly sometimes just have no clue. Mobo can't shoot the 3, he's gonna miss. Okay. Although we got Derek Whitehead, sharpshooter extraordinaire. You wouldn't think. They need a timeout. I mean, the talent on our team is so bad. We should not be even close to winning basketball games. And that's the God's honest truth. Like the fact that we're within 6 points of a team that's trying to make the playoffs, that's a problem. Don't Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Nick Claxton me at my best. If you can't, Derek Whitehead, Maxwell Lewis, Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson, Tyrese Martin at my worst. Oh, come on. I'm not even trying to play this bad. They're just not making the passes. Jakob Poeltl, no. Weak. They're not calling the foul anymore. This is crap. Why are we leaving? Why did we leave Grady Dick open? You can't leave Dick open or he's gonna hit. You have to force Dick. Oh, come on, Noah. You're so bad. This whole team is so bad. Oh, we're still in it. Oh my God, it's already. Throw it up. Woo! Maxwell Lewis. Oh, the game's over. I didn't even realize. I was actually trying. I promise you I was trying. But we have Maxwell Lewis in the starting lineup as we lose 108-102 to the Toronto Raptors, effectively securing the number 5 seed in this year's upcoming lottery. I don't want to say draft. I don't want to jinx it. Cam Johnson with 25 is great. Trendon Watford with 20 is insane. How does a team with Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Grady Dick, and Scotty Barnes putting up 4 points not beat us heavy-handedly? I have no idea. We're 3 games below everybody except the Pelicans. I see next to no chance of us losing. And by losing, I mean getting worse seeding. So even if we beat the Wizards, which we don't, like, it doesn't matter. We're locked in. We're getting completely spanked here. 108, 78. Anthony Edwards is going off for 46 against us. Sheesh. All right, 26 and 51. We got 2 games left in the season. The Raptors are up to 33, so that doesn't even matter. We're 26 and 51. There's nobody within 5 games of us. So we'll just simulate on to the final game of the season. We'll put in all the players that we have left. We actually won 2 in a row, which is interesting. Did that win against the Pelicans hurt us? Not really. They'd have 25 wins. We'd have 27. Not really. If we force lost these games, maybe. You know what? It's fine. We can't overthink. We can't tank completely. Let's rock a 9-man rotation. Let's get the best players in. Let's see D'Lo with Cam Thomas. Let's see Nick Claxton. Let's see this team like a couple of winners. Taking on DeLon Wright. Looks like Jalen Brunson out with injury. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. Josh Hart at the 4, which makes no sense because he's 6'4". And Karl Anthony Towns, fringe NBA MVP candidate. The 51 and 30 completed the rebuild. New York Knicks versus the Brooklyn Nets. The little brothers in the basement doing everything they can to have a championship caliber team of their own. Starting with us covering this and then running back, and then we're kind of there. Also, this is going to be our first look at Cam Thomas. Not impressed so far. A little floppy. See what he's capable of. Remember, no shot is too contested for Cam. Even if it's OG Anunoby, the greatest defender in the sport, on him. And it's 0 for 1. Ugh. I forgot it's Karl Anthony Towns. Oh, man. Cam Thomas. Buckets. Bang! Cameron Thomas, the LSU graduate. Oh, it works again. It only works in the first quarter. I don't know why. And then y'all already know. I don't know why. I double tapped and it just pretended that I didn't double tap. Like, you ever said something awkward at a club? And then they said, why would you say that? And then you kind of look awkwardly at them. Oh my God, what is happening? Oh, Cam's open. Yo? Brother, Cam Johnson is the slowest MF I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap, his animations are like slow motion and cement. All right, D'Lo, show me what you got here. Show me what you got. Oh. Dyer, pump fake. And then give it to Nick Claxton. Oh. I miss the days where that little backdoor pass would go through like it was automatic. And the double. And the double. Send the triple. Send the quadruple. I don't care. Okay, I do care. This is bad. We suck. 4, 3, 2, 1. D'Angelo Russell. Boy, Cam Thomas just can't hold the corner. Okay. Oh, we need to hop into Simcast. I completely forgot. I was honestly having a little fun playing this game. We have no chance of winning. So, like, you know, when there's no pressure on your team to win, you kind of play more free. That's how I felt like. Anyway, let's get the final shot of the season going with Dariq Whitehead. D'Lo is automatic. That was a foul. Come on. Oh, man. This game ain't right. Yeah, Cam Johnson's lateral quickness. It has to go. All right, the final shot is gonna be an alley-oop to Nick Claxton. Yeah, that feels about right. That feels like how the end of the season would go. Or the Brooklyn Nets officially back to tanking. 107-93 loss at home against the New York Knicks, who are playoff bound. Unfortunate end, to say the least. That's the last we're going to see of this rotation in the boys. And hopefully things turn around here in the offseason. Cam Thomas, his usual bad self, and then everybody else sucked. As for them, Karl Towns was great. Precious Achiuwa was good. I don't know. 2K just hates Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. He did. He just put up 15 points on 18 shots. Disgusting. Anyway, that is going to do it for the end of year one of Brooklyn Nets franchise. Nikola Jokic wins his third MVP? Fourth? I don't even know anymore. Alexander Sarr somehow wins Rookie of the Year. Nazir Reed, Sixth Man of the Year. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved is Amen Thompson. Trae Young, Clutch Player of the Year. Coach of the Year is Kenny Atkinson. And some guy wins Executive of the Year. All NBA first team is Joker, Giannis, Shea, LeBron. I don't know about that, man. He's having a pretty bad year because he's 9 million years old. Hey, 2K thinks he's having a better season than he is. And Trae Young, second team is Jason Tatum, Cade Cunningham, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, and Domantas Sabonis. Third team is Karl Towns, James Harden, Dame Dolla, Alperen Şengün, and Stephanie Curry. Defensive first team is Giannis, Walker, Blocker, Kessler, Rudy Gobert, Dyson Daniels, and Nikola. And second team is F. Mobley, Triple J, Amen Thompson, Scott Barnes, and Shea Schmilger. For the rookies is Alexander Sarr, Stephon Castle, Yves Missy. Interesting. So Sharier Rosacea and Zach Edey. Second team is Isaiah Collier, Colaware, Jared McCain, who for some reason is playing even though he's out for the season, Bub Carrington, and Keyshawn George. Let's take one last look at the NBA standings just to determine how good or bad we performed. We are the 26th team in the NBA. Finished with a 341 win percentage, 28-54, 4 games back of the Heat, 3 games ahead of the Pelicans, no shot there. Like, realistically, if we really pushed the losses, maybe we could have jumped in the top 4, but it wasn't in the cards, and that's all right. We have a top 5 projected pick, and I'll take it. League leader in scoring is Shea Schmilger on a second, Ant-Man Edwards third, LaMelo Ball fourth, and Nikola Jokic fifth. Rebounds is Domantas Sabonis, Karl Towns, Ivica Zubac, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis. And assists is Trae Young, Nikola Jokic, Tyrese Haliburton, James Harden, and Cade Cunningham. Steals is Dyson Daniels by a lot. Wow. Blocks is Walker, Blocker, Kessler, because Victor Wembanyama did not play enough games to qualify, and field goal percentages is Walker, Blocker, Kessler. Free throws is Stephanie Curry, and the three-point king is Ty Jerome. Really? See, this is why you need variation when you're building a sports game and building a franchise, is that nobody thought Ty Jerome was going to have this kind of season. And he balled the hell out, man. Had to give credit. Luke Kennard, Nikola Jokic, Norman Powell, same thing. Darius Garland. Cam Thomas was okay. He played 20 games this season. Cam Johnson was good statistically in game. He is horrific. D'Lo was bad. Trendon Watford was bad. Keon was honestly not that bad. Same with Zaire. Claxton, bad. Like 10-7 for $20 million a year. Jalen Wilson was okay off the bench. Noah Clowney. I'll tell you, Derek Whitehead, his stats weren't good, but he is a great athlete. Moderately impressed with him. Plus minus departments. How did we do? Basically, if you weren't on the team and didn't play, you did good. Aaron Sharp was our best player. D'Angelo Russell was neutral. Tyrese Martin. Yeah, we sucked. Really simple as that. Offensively, we were the second worst team in the NBA. Defensively, we were honestly not that bad, which is part of what Brooklyn Nets have going for them. Top 13, top 15 team. So we just need offense. We have the mentality. We're building a culture here. Negative 7.6 point differential is the worst in the NBA. Field goal percentages, we're third worst. 3-point percentages, we're fifth worst. You know what? It is what it is. How did the playoffs turn out? We got the Oklahoma City Thunder, the 1 seed in the Western Conference, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Boston is 2, New York is 3, Detroit 5th, to Indiana's 4th, Atlanta 6th, and then in the play-in tournament, we have Milwaukee 7th. I mean, that's brutal that you've basically given up everybody except for Giannis and Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez. Okay, they have a lot. But they've given up Drew Holiday. They've given up their closer and Chris Middleton, and they're still in the play-in tournament. I mean, that's gotta hurt. No worse so than what Philadelphia 76er fans are going through. I don't know why I said that so funny. As the 9 seed against the Orlando Magic's 10 seed. Magic, who were better this year until they ran into injury gods or devils, demons, whatever. Same thing, really, if you're satanic or Christianic. Anyways, Minnesota Timberwolves are the 2 seed. Really? That is fascinating. How are you the 2 seed with basically 4 guys who can't shoot? Like, Mike Conley is not an 80 overall. That's way too generous. Amen Edwards is definitely good. Jaden McDaniels can't shoot. Julius Randle can't shoot. Rudy Gobert can't do anything offensively. And Naz Reid is probably their best offensive player. Also, Dante DiVincenzo is underrated in 2K. It's just weird things going on. You got the Dallas Luka Doncic without Luka Doncic still is the 3 seed. That's because the code that's left over, I said this before, in the Mavericks Lakers rebuild, there's code underlying to make sure that the good teams win and the bad teams lose in spite of how good the actual rosters are. So the Mavericks, because they made the finals last year, got like a 20% boost or whatever. So they have a mediocre team right now with Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, and 2K is gonna make them the #1 seed in the history of the sport. It's just, it is what it is. Taking on the Houston Rockets, we're 6, 4, and 5. This is gonna be a good one. The Los Angeles Doncic and the Memphis Grizzlies. And in the play tournament, you have the Jimmy Butler Warriors, who are just flying right now. You got the Clippers, you got the Nuggets falling to the 9 seed. And somehow the Sacramento Kings are in the play-in. I was going to say the playoffs. Anyway, let's hop into Sipcast here, see how these 2 teams perform. The Golden State Warriors most likely to advance because they have Jimmy Buckets, who's just been playing out of his mind. Good Jimmy is one of, I think, honestly, everybody in basketball's favorite player to watch. Just an engaged, locked in, stupidly locked in, if you will. Jimmy Butler, who's banging ESPN analysts, is so much better than most players on the court today. I say that, and they're only up by 3 here with 1 minute, 18 seconds remaining against the Los Angeles Clippers. If you don't think we're going to hop in and change the camera and see how this game plays out in the game 1 of the play-in tournament, you're out your mind. Winner take all, single elimination, except for nobody gets eliminated in this game. It's really winner's the number 7 seed, loser goes to an elimination game. James Harden misses, and Stephanie Curry grabs the rebound. And Steph Curry's just pulling up and splashing. That might be ball game there. Chef Curry, 38 points on the night. Pulls up in transition to take a big go-ahead lead on the Clippers. James Harden doing what he does best, and that's fall to the ground. I should have said lose to Steph Curry there. That would have been funnier. Anyway, 5-point lead, gonna be down to a 4-point lead, 52 seconds remaining. Warriors are definitely gonna wind the clock. I'd like to see a Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler screen and roll to close out this possession here. Chris Dunn, defensive stopper, is in the game. Steph going a little early, gets the screen, has somebody open, throws the ball away. And Nico Batum is running. And Chris Dunn lays it in to make it a 2-point game. 36.8 seconds remaining. Collapsed by the Golden State Warriors. Going too early. Steph Curry turning the ball over. Now it's time for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets. Ice cold Jimmy. Jimbo J. To pull up. And miss. Clippers' hopes and dreams are still alive. James Harden is bringing the ball up the court. Being picked up by the defensive stopper and Jimmy Butler. Steph Curry coming to double. Then he returns back. Jimmy locking up James. 1v1 situation. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. The ball is in Chris Dunn's hand to save the season. For the tie. He makes it. Oh my God. I wasn't going to hop in, but it is interesting to see if the Warriors can win this year. Steph Curry, corner, open, pump fake, dribble, shot. Bang! And Steph Curry saves the Warriors season as they are going to be the 7th seed unless a miracle happens here on the inbound. Thankfully, this isn't real life and we can skip through the commercials. 0.4 seconds remaining. Harden open for 3, but there's no time to catch and shoot. And that is ball game. The Warriors are victors. The Golden State Warriors will be taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Great matchup there. And we got the LA Clippers moving on to the elimination game. Now, winner of this game advances to take on the Clippers. Loser goes home. You have the 3, maybe 4 times, I've already forgotten, MVP and Nikola Jokic. You got James Harden. Nope, you got Jamal Murray. You got Russell Westbrook. And it looks like 2K absolutely despises the Nuggets. Oh my God. Like, get within 30 points of this elimination game. Yikes, the Kings spanked. The Sacramento Bulls spanked Nikola Jokic. What happened? Defense, man. That's all it ever was. So we got the Los Angeles Clippers and the Sacramento Kings in the second play-in elimination game, Battle of California out there in the West. And here, the Bulls somehow continue to always make the play-in game. Tanking or trying to win, the Bulls are a 9 seed. There's just no way around it. And it looks like the Bucks are going to prevail pretty easily here in game 1. Philadelphia, quote unquote, fully healthy versus a Magic team, quote unquote, fully healthy. Who is better? I guess I'd say the Magic for now, but I mean, what does that even mean? Both teams are fully healthy. Nobody seems to want to score here in the 4th quarter. And the 76ers are holding on to a pretty strong lead here, cutting it to 9-10 point game. It's close, but not close enough. The Philadelphia 76ers advance and the Orlando Magic fall. Right out here in the West, Battle of California, like we said, Amir Coffey is injured. Kawhi Leonard is injured. Shock, awe, surprise. And the Denver Nuggets, I mean, the Los Angeles Clippers may be advancing on as the 8th seed, meaning the play-in tournament was ultimately useless here in the West. They are going to be taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Fun matchup for the storylines, but really about it, that's going to be such a blowout. And the Bulls will probably lose to the 76ers here, even though they have home court advantage. They are the Chicago Bulls. I'm saying that, and the 76ers are putting up an embarrassing performance. Oh my God. You were getting spanked by the Bulls, who want to tank. And they made it close a little bit here. 8-point game. Yeah, I mean, the woes continue for the Philadelphia 76ers. Just good enough to make it to the second round of the play-in tournament. Not good enough to actually tank the season. And that is going to be the play-in tournament. So let's go ahead, since we're not a part of any of these playoffs, and we'll just start simulating games. Simulate through 3 games, see if anybody's up 3-0. The New York Knicks are 3-0 in the Atlanta Hawks. Not very surprising. The Dallas Mavericks. I mean, this is the problem with 2K. The Rockets right now are a better team than the Mavericks, but because of the engine in 2K, the Mavericks are 3-0ing the Houston Rockets. Also, the Lakers with Luka Doncic are 3-0ing the Memphis Grizzlies. We got 2 4-0 sweeps there. We'll keep simulating. If anybody goes to a game 7, I'd like to watch that. We got a 7. Well, we got a game 7 here. The Oklahoma City Thunder and the Los Angeles Clippers, surprisingly. You got the Mavericks to care of business, and the Golden State Warriors upset the 2 seed. You got the Chicago Bulls. Again, 2K just doesn't like certain teams. The Cleveland Cavaliers this year are one of those teams. They have a stupidly stacked roster. They are the best team in the NBA. They had the best record starting the season. They won like 30 games in a row, and they get outed in the first round to the 8 seed Bulls. Same thing with the Pacers. They go down 4-2 to the Pistons, and it looks like the Bucks take care of business. Same thing with the Celtics. They lose 4-2, ending their defensive championship hopes. Anyway, got an interesting game here with the Clippers and the Thunder. Forever linked with the Paul George, Shea Schmilder trade. Of course, the Thunder getting the better of that one, but at the time, it seemed like a decent trade. Now looking at it, oof. That's all you could say as a Clippers fan, as they do fall 116-129, and here it is, battle of the second round. OKC versus LA, great matchup there. Dallas versus Golden State, not a good matchup there. Detroit versus Chicago, not a good matchup there. And New York versus Milwaukee is certainly going to be a fun matchup. We'll go ahead and start simulating. I cannot believe the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls are here in the second round with a chance to go to the finals. That's just bizarre to me. Anyway, how we looking? A bunch of 3-2 series is here, and everybody's going to game 7. Okay, the Lakers took care of business. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, which is absurd. We got a 3-3 game here. The Golden State Warriors, once in the play-in tournament, are trying to do what the Miami Heat did 2 seasons ago, and that's make it to the finals as a play-in team. But the Dallas, no longer Luka Doncic's, are saying no mas to that. They are going on, and we have battle of the Lukas here in the Western Conference. Oh my gosh. All right, we got 3 games here. This is just a great matchup. I wish we get to see this. As long as the Milwaukee Bucks have a better coach team. We got the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis trying to turn the corner. They traded for Damian Lillard. They traded away Chris Middleton. They're doing everything they can. Same as the New York Knicks. They have James Dolan as their owner, but they're trying to do everything they can. And it looks like we may have a good one here. 5-point game, 103-98. Nobody remembers how to score. 5-point game, make it a 1-possession game. I'll hop in, but the Knicks have the advantage here. 112, 114, 109, 118, 113. And that's it. The New York Knicks advance. And now we have the surprising Chicago Bulls, Detroit basketball, Eastern Conference semifinals. And this is a good game as well, but I mean, are we really gonna hop in and watch the Bulls versus the Pistons? I mean, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. The Chicago Bulls are making it to these. It's just like in Bulls franchise. There's something in the code, man. That's all it ever was. 1-1. Well, I don't know why I said 1-1. It's 1-0. Now it's 2-0. And it looks like trading away Luka Doncic may have been the right move, as the Dallas Mavericks, without Luka, return to the finals. The New York Knicks looking to take care of business, but this Bulls team, let's just go ahead. Let's just look. Jalen Brunson is gone. I mean, that'll do it. Dislocated right patella gone for the season. Mikal Bridges, high right ankle sprain gone for the season. That might do it. Josh Giddey's being rated an 81 overall is hilarious. So is Nikola Vucevic being an 85 overall. I mean, even still, Karl Towns, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson. I mean, you move Mitchell to the starting lineup, play Karl Towns at the 4, OG at the 3, Josh Hart at the 2, Deuce at the 1. That's whatever, you know, whatever. No advice from the coaching staff at the moment. Let's just watch this epic battle. If the Bulls win, we know that the Mavericks are NBA champions already out of the book, but it looks like the Knicks are going to put up enough of a fight to move on to the finals. Kyrie Irving wins Western Conference Finals MVP. Karl Towns wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And here we go. Dallas, no longer Luka. New York, no longer Jalen Brunson. And the Mavericks are going to 4-0 sweep, right? Like, not even close. Yeah. It's really just whoever survives the West wins it all, as Anthony Davis wins his first NBA Finals MVP. And it's time for our offseason. Do we let LeBron retire? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he goes one more year. Cliff Paul? Yes. Yes. Al Horford, yes. Mike Conley, yes. Brook Lopez, no. I think he goes another year. Nico Batum, Kevin Love. The rest of these guys, I'm going to say they retire, but I don't think Bron retires just yet. Cliff Paul going into the Hall of Fame. Going to get his jersey retired. So is Mr. Toronto. Any of these rules? Fun. Players will be awarded 2 free throws when fouled on a 3-pointer. What? Abolish the salary cap? What are we doing here? All right, here it is. Our moment of truth. We are the number 5 seed. We need to either stay at 5 or move up. If we move down, that is going to be horror, honestly. Worst case scenario. Don't think we have anybody else's first round picks. Let me do a quick check on that. I can't check on that. That's fine. So basically, no worse than 5. That's what we want. We don't want to see anybody jump up. We don't want to see anything crazy happen. I don't want to see the Thunder end up with picks 1, 2, 3, 4. The winner, the number 14 pick, is the Orlando Magic. All right, we're good. We're good. Number 2 is the Hawks. That's fine. You know, stay as the Hawks. There we go. They're not going to jump up to number 1 2 seasons in a row. Number 3, the San Antonio Victor Wembanyama. Thank God they don't get a better pick because they're going to be good for a long time. They're going to be our team to beat on the West. Rockets staying at 11. Beautiful. No jump ups yet. Remember in Wizards or Jazz franchise, we already were like 2 teams jumped into the top 10. Or the top 5, whatever. Thunder stay at 10. Please stay at 9, Magic. Please. Oh. I'm getting nervous, man. All right, so with this pick, if it's the Blazers, there's no worse than 8th for us. That is beautiful. All right, pick 7, the Toronto Raptors. Staying, no worse than 6 for us. This is beautiful. The Heat. I mean, I don't really care. Yeah, the Pelicans have landed at pick 6, so that means the Heat and the Nets have moved into the top 4. Let's go. That means the Wizards fall to pick 5. Oh, this is beautiful. The light has shined upon us, and then there were 4. Oh, okay. We moved up 1. You know what? I will take it. We'll see who's available to us at pick 4. The Utah Jazz. Ooh, the Hornets are picking at 3 again. They had LaMelo Ball pick 3. They had Brandon Miller pick 2. And then there were 2. At pick number 2 of the 2025 NBA draft is the Miami Heat, which means the Utah Jazz pick 1. And the Heat jump up significantly after trading away Jimmy Buckets. All right, so pick 4 ain't bad. It really could be worse. And unfortunately, like Jordi Fernandez, I forgot to mention this, what the most underrated coach in the NBA, at least as far as this game is concerned. The fact that they don't even have his face scan, they have this weird fat man as his character model. We unfortunately have to trade him away. Who can I go after that's a real head coach? I'd like to give Nate McMillan a chance. They probably won't let me. We're a big market team, so we're actually allowed to offer coaches jobs. I don't know who Joshua Willis is. Darvin Ham, I would never give a chance in my life unless we're tanking. Are we still tanking? Can I view my draft pick situation? Do we have our draft picks? We have number 4 this year. We don't have anything in 2026. We don't have anything in 2027. Yeah, we have a swap worst. We have 2 swap bests in 2028. Okay, so the next 3 years we can't tank. That's hilarious. So I guess like win or lose, we booze. Let's go ahead and just try to get the best head coach possible. This is what I was talking about when I was saying that it's kind of a weird situation to be in for the Brooklyn Nets. You can't tank in a traditional role. Do we go after Nick Nurse? I mean, the job that he did in Philadelphia is horrific, but the badges are exemplary. We'll see. Nick Nurse, we get blocked from Nate McMillan. That makes sense. So Nick Nurse, welcome to Brooklyn. He's failed upwards from Toronto to Philadelphia, now to Brooklyn. Nick Nurse is going to be the future head coach of our team. Unfortunately, there just wasn't really a lot of good head coaches available this offseason. And in real life, I'm keeping Jordi Fernandez. He's a stud head coach, at least for the core that they have right now. But this is 2K, and we have to abide by the 2K rules. Fastest man of the class is Trey Johnson and DJ Wagner. Most agile is VJ Edgecombe, Drake Powell, Ace Bailey, and DJ Wagner. Highest vertical is Daryl Reed and Mikey Williams. Highest bench press is Derek Queen, Thomas Sobers. I think it's Thomas Sorber, but that's okay. And Johnny Broomstick. And best shot 3-pointer, Trey Johnson, Will Riley, Xavier Lee, and Rasheer Fleming, and Dink Pitt. Just too many. I'm not opposed to moving up a spot. There's no shot that we're going to get Cooper Flag. That's fine. Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey. I mean, these are the 3 that we need. So I'm gonna see if I can trade up to either pick 2 or pick 3. And see what's available to us. Like, let's say the Hornets are in a win now mode. I give you pick 25. Pick 25, second round pick next season. Our second round pick next season. And they're going to want a player. All right, there's no way to do this without giving them at least... bet we could get this to go through on sheer volume. I give you just second round picks for days after this. And there we go. We have moved up one spot for Maxwell Lewis here at pick 3. Here we go, Utah Jazz. Probably going to take Cooper Flag. No surprises there. He's going to fit right in, be the leader of the team, and hopefully transform them into superstars. Trade away Lauri Markkanen for, I don't know, somebody who fits better, and the rebuild is complete. Miami Heat here at a surprising pick number 2, and they're trading it away. Oh no, 2K. What have you done? What have you done? They gave it to the Spurs. What have you done? Oh, crap. And the Spurs take Dylan Harper. Can you have enough point guards? That means no longer Cliff Paul. They traded away De'Aaron Fox. Still Stephon Castle. And now they also have Dylan Harper, which leaves Ace Bailey for us. Honestly, the player that I was going for here at pick number 3. Number 4, and this is where the draft falls off a little bit, Liam McNeely. Hopefully the Hornets got their guy. Sharpshooter Trey Johnson falls to the Wizards at 5th. Not a bad consolation prize. I honestly have him pegged as the number 4 player in the class. 6 goes VJ Edgecombe. 7 goes Kadeem Mawalak. 8 goes Igor Demon, and then the rest of the players just not all that good. Orlando Magic are trading pick 9. Just draft Con Knipple. His name's funny and he's shooting. New York Knicks are trading up for Carter Bryant. We've never even heard of him, and I've scouted this draft class pretty well. So here we are at pick, I think 20. I'm not trade the pick. I'm gonna draft somebody. Derek Queen, that's our dude. Some good players here. This is why I always end up drafting in the user created classes. I mean, Nolan Traore is just, the potential upside is too good. And then I think we're here in the 2nd round somewhere. Ben Seraph is still available. Boogie Fland is also available. I'm taking it. Yeah, that might be actually pick 21. So this pick we may trade away. We actually drafted and developed JT Toppin. He turns into a pretty decent player like 4 years down the road. So you know what? Let's make it a 4-player draft class this year. We have no draft picks anyways next year, so I'm totally content with that. We got our guy at Ace Bailey, pick number 3. We got Nolan Traore at pick 17. We got Boogie Fland at pick 21. I almost took him at pick 17. So we got 2 point guards, a wing, and we got a freak athlete JT Toppin there. Honestly, pretty content. The overalls aren't great. I get you that. I think the potential is there. Nolan Traore, point guard. Boogie Fland combo. Ace Bailey, starter. JT Toppin, G League. Not bad. Not bad at all. Team and player options. Keon Johnson. Man, I forgot you're on the team. Jalen Wilson, same thing. Noah Clowney. I mean, I can trade all these guys away, so I don't mind. Tyrese Martin, thankfully no longer on our team. Neither is Reese Beekman or Tosin F. Bowman. My God. And do we have any money to kick around? We do. I just don't want to. Like, who's going to make our team significantly better? Josh Giddey? Ugh. How about an Osar? Is this out of the realm of possibility? Oh, took Jalen Wilson, but we did it. Oh, man. That was a lot easier than expected. So the Pistons are getting their win now 3-and-D player in Cameron Johnson, who cannot defend in-game to save his life. Keon Johnson, another good player, and Jalen Wilson. And we're getting the young freak athlete, Sir Thompson. As you know in 2K, if you don't have a Thompson twin, you aren't going to win. And you know what? We found ours right now. How's this team going to look? I think we're going to have the rookies split minutes here at the point guard position, 24 minutes a night. I'm fine with that. We're going to have Cam Thomas. We got to move Ace Bailey to the 3. It's just an unfortunate need of the roster that we're putting together. Then where does Sir go? Does he play the 4? Does Ace Bailey play the 4? We're going to have Sir Thompson be everything defense, and then Zaire Williams. Ace Bailey will play the 4. Noah Clowney will back him up. JT Toppin, Derek Whitehead in the G League. Nick Claxton, he's sticking around for a little longer, and so is Day'Ron Sharpe. So we need a backup point guard. I'd be out of my mind if I didn't think about signing Kyrie Irving, but it's okay. We need a point guard and a backup shooting guard. And that's kind of it. Like Ty Jerome would be a spicy move. Red Van Fleet, kind of similar. Or just bring back D'Lo. Like, why not? Let's bring in Killian Hayes. You know what? You know what? I'm about this. Killian Hayes, mediocre potential. Why the hell not? Poku's gonna be a fun matchup. I mean, he's got like ridiculous potential, so I'll bring him in too. Does he turn into anything? Probably not. How many would that be? That'd be 1, 2. Then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I need one more guy. Bring back D'Angelo Russell, and then that'll do it. D'Angelo, we'll give you a 2-year deal. I mean, you can just have our money. And there we go. Trendon Watford and D'Angelo Russell do, in fact, sign with us. So we got a really interesting looking couple of guys. We're basically on the hook for 3 big contracts. Nick Claxton, Cam Thomas, D'Angelo Russell. And we still have 20 million in salary cap room if we really wanted to this year. After that, we got like affordable deals. We got Ace Bailey, Zaire Williams, Asir Thompson, Aaron Sharp, Killian Hayes, Go Pokashevsky. There's a ton of cheap contracts and a ton of cheap talent on this team. Like even now, we could go out and probably get somebody who approximate Julius Randle, get a Naz Reid if we really wanted to, get a Josh Giddey. You know what? I'm happy with this team. I think we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 guys. We have filled out the roster. In a peculiar way, I might add. LeBron James looking to play his final season for the LA Lakers. Kyrie back to the Mavs. James Harden back to the Clippers. Russell Westbrook back to the Nuggets. Ty Jerome to the Bulls. Would have been a smart pickup, but I just don't think he fits our timeline yet. Miles Turner Pacers, Brook Lopez Bucks, Alex Caruso Bucks. Good pickup there. D'Lo back to us, and Kelly Oubre back on the Philadelphia 76ers. Julius Randle, Bobby Portis, Naz Reid still remain unsigned. See where they go. But this year, I'm not going to say it's our year, but I'm not going to say it's not. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we have a lot of upside. We got 4 80 overall players. Got Ace Bailey coming in. And then we got a bunch of guys that we're kind of vetting there in the deeper bench. We may want to trade for some young talent. Like, let's say the Bulls. I'll give you this swap worst and some second round picks that are useless on auto-generated draft classes. Can you give me your pick next year just so that we have somebody to look forward to next season? And that is going to go through. Okay, year 1 off season, not a huge success. I'm not swinging for the fences here in the first season. I'd like to kind of grow this team organically. We have a long way to go before this team is even close to competitive. LeBron James is retiring. Goodbye. And first game of the season is against those Chicago Bulls. What is the team going to look like here in year 1? So we're going to have Nolan Troyer at the 1, Cam Thomas at the 2, Asir Thompson at the 3, Ace Bailey at the 4, and Nico Claxton at the 5. Defense is going to be fun on this team. Off the bench, we have D'Angelo Russell, Day'Ron Sharp, Zaire Williams, Noah Clowney, Killian Hayes, and Alexei Pokashevsky. Unfortunately, Trendon Watford not going to be earning any minutes. Then in the G League, got a lot of guys. JT Toppin, like we talked about. Boogie Flan, we just have too many point guards right now. So until either him or Traore or Killian just really sets himself apart, he's the odd man out, even though he's slightly higher overall than Nolan Traore. The potential for Nolan is higher than Boogie. And then Dariq Whitehead. Until we can find a suitable trade partner for really like Noah Clowney, Zaire Williams, Dariq Whitehead, he's the only young guy that we can actually send on there. So we'll see how he feels about that. Preseason power rankings, we are probably not good, but I don't want to be terrible either. We are 29th for NBA.com, 29th for Eric Boner, but we want to start winning basketball games like our first game of the season here against the Chicago Bulls. That is going to do it for year 1 of Brooklyn Nets franchise. Let me know what your thoughts are on the roster and the changes that we made. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will catch you in the next one.